Remember, ladies, not only men can have honeypot sent to them, you can too. What is a honeypot? A honeypot is something that looks sweet. It's offered to you with, you know, you don't have to pay for it. And it's something that's tempting to you. So whatever your flavor is, they can, who is they? That depends on whatever goes on in your life, right? They'll send a honeypot to you for distraction. Now let's look at the story as like a case study, like we're an FBI profiler of the lovely, the cunning, the keen, the devious Delilah. I think that's the name of this, Devious Delilah. Now, we're talking about Delilah. You guys have heard this before. You went to Vacation Bible School. You used to go to Sunday school. Your grandmama and Meemaw used to make you go. And some of y'all like, I ain't Christian no more, but you know the story. And the story does have some significance, okay? Delilah was paid by the Philistines to go towards Samson, which was a very strong man of God. Okay, and to find out what was his strength. Now, a lot of people always like to focus on Samson's physical strength, right? Like he tore the jawbone off of a lion, and he killed the lion with the jawbone of an ass, and he would tear stuff to pieces and be able to fight hundreds and hundreds of men. But they also do not look at something else that's in the text, which was talking about when Samson was very good at riddles. So they didn't like his intelligence either. Okay, pay attention to what I'm saying. So they didn't like Samson's intelligence. They didn't like his strength. So they wanted to send a honeypot in, Delilah, right? And to tempt him. Now, if you don't know, Samson liked another Philistinian woman that wasn't his kind before. So, they found out your history and kind of see what you're like. Well, what they like? They like them tall, dark, and handsome. They like them with a little, a big dick print. Oh, what they like? They like them with, a BBL. She got, a woman got to have 4 BBL. Oh, yeah, he like it with a badonkadonk. Oh, with the titty sitting up. Oh, yeah, send her in. Send them in. So when they send them in, these people, a lot of times, they're not even really good at faking the funk. Delilah wasn't good at faking the funk. She never liked Samson. But Samson was so overcome with his desire for something that was not like him, right? That was not his kind, right? Something that was, in his mind, exotic, but it really should have been looked at as strange, right? That he overlooked this, right? Even overlooked his own discernment after a while. They would try to wear your discernment down by keep asking, where's your strength lie at? Tell me, don't you trust me? Where's your strength? How are you so strong? How are you so smart? Where's your strength at? Okay, and then they'll offer you a pseudo resting safe place. I'm your safe place. You can share yourself with me. This is where they would like to know all of your traumas, things that, I hate that word, but, people didn't word out, that and narcissists, they didn't word that out real bad, even though they're still very valid. They would like to know all of your traumas and, stuff that hurt you in the past, how people treated you in the past, and what's your greatest fears, and, what are your dreams? Tell me your dreams, right? They pillow talking after they didn't threw it back on you, or they didn't gave you some vitamin D. So after they didn't do that, you lay down, you tired, because you're human. You disclose. That's what they want you to do. They want you to disclose something to them that they could use to exploit against you. Because remember, they were sent to you. They wasn't sent by God. They were sent by people who didn't like you. Okay, and then once Delilah found out what she needed, she didn't come back around no more. She didn't. Those type of people don't care. They set up queens, set up kings. You understand? That's what I mean by a honeypot, just so I had to put a little twist on it. My little storytelling and everything from the Bible, okay? So that's what it is. That's what a honeypot is. It's something or someone they send in to weaken your defense mechanisms, and they want to find out what your weaknesses are. Because when people are not sent by God for you, if they're not God-given covenant relationships, platonic friendships, acquaintances, business partnerships, love relationships, which is a big one, they're sent by the enemy. Come on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this dog. Now, what did Delilah want to do? She wanted to cut off things that Samson was attached to. They seek to cut off your attachments. Whatever that is. That's their feast. They feast on that. That's what they want to do. They want to cut off your attachment. So you'll start noticing your relationships start going downhill. You're like, well, they acting funny towards me. They start manipulating things, and the people that you used to know was on their side. And it's like, well, I didn't even know it was a side. Like, so you have to be very, very careful when you are a man or a woman, and then you know you love God. You ain't perfect, but people can notice something a little different about you. There are other people that's lurking that want to be able to send in honeypots. They'll try to send in men that they think you might be attracted to. They'll try to send in women that they may think might be attracted to, and then they think, that because you're human, people ain't dumb, you're human, that you'll go ahead and just let me know what your attachments is, where your strength come from, because I want to cut it off, right? So that's how you know those people are not sent from God, right? So how do you test this? Tell the people a lie. That's not wrong. Tell them a lie. David did it. David lied and acted like he was crazy when Saul and the people was looking after him. They was looking for him. And before they, could turn, the other king could turn the man, they said, get this man out of my face. He acted crazy. Sometimes you got to play the fool to catch the fool, to find out who trying to fool you, who trying to send you a honeypot. Oh, you're so beautiful. I like you. Oh, okay. Oh, hey, boo. Big D, you gave me like multiple orgasms and you didn't. They're lying because they do not, most people, especially if they're not your kind, they hate your strength. They think your strength is arrogance. And they think their cunning deviousness is strength and is to be looked up to because they're not your kind. That's what it means. Stick to your own kind. Okay. It's not like a racism thing. It's telling you this is not made up the way you made up. Another word, unequally yoked. Okay. Trust me. I know this. I know what I'm talking about. When you're unequally yoked with people, persons, places, or things, they are not going to value what you value. Actually, what you value, it could either be two ways. Either they like, okay, we're not equally yoked and let live and let live. It don't bother them. Or the people who are sent from the enemy, what you value is going to annoy them. And then they will want to get those things that you value above you. Not in a way to say, look, I'm moving on, or I got this. They want to use those to weaponize them. You understand? They like to use them they like to cut off your attachments and then weaponize them and say, see, if they don't value what you value, they're not your kind. They're not your kind, right? And they don't have the emotional maturity or the access to their higher self to say, that's that person's life. They don't have that. So you have to watch out for honeypots, which is why I ain't dated in 11 years. Because they be sending them. Okay? Some of them, they think I'm attracted to them. I'm like, no. Like, what are you? I let them think that. I'm like, oh, okay. You got to do the same. Be careful.